Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician. Today we're going to be going into the Amazon tool deals. These are either going to be items that are on sale, items that even at their full price or list price I believe to be a good deal, or items that I find interesting would like your guys' input on if you guys have used them. All of these items will be linked down in the description for you guys with their own independent link, so if you guys are interested, that's all there for you guys. I'll also have two additional links that state tools and tools continued. Those links are going to take you to a long list of tools that I've went over in the past or other tools that I suggest. So that's all there for you guys. So first up, we're looking at this brand. This is one that I found interesting. No experience with it, but I have seen it before. Maybe not in this variety or this setup, but something I've seen before. You know, it's very similar to some other brands that sell these styles of ratchets. I think it's, Vim, Icon, and a few others have ones just like this. And I know a lot of people that really, really enjoy them. This is one that I just came across. I've never heard of Vega. I don't have any experience with them. The price when I added it to this list just not too long ago, maybe yesterday or the day prior, it was at $57. So it has gone up, I believe, back to its original pricing of $68. I think at $57, it's something that a lot of people are going to be interested in. Not 100% sure. It has 5 stars at 1 rating, so it must be something that they just recently put up. But this is going to include a few different bit ratchets, and you get a decent variety here. And I know a lot of people that just have really enjoyed that Vim and that Icon set, and they're right around this price range. Now, granted, it's like one of these ratchets, the extension, and some bits. Here you're getting 3 different style ratchets and the extension without the bits. It's in an EVA foam little organizer. That's subjective. Some people are going to enjoy that. Some people are not. They're going to toss that if this is something that they get. But these little bit ratchets are extremely handy, and this style is very versatile. You can see that extension bar through there, and then you also at the end of this have the bit holder, so you can use it from both ends, ratcheting or non. It's a locking flex head. There you can see the non-locking flex head with the extension bar, and you're able to use the end on the non-ratcheting end. And then here's the other style. It looks like this non-ratcheting end just uses a retention ring in here to hold your bits. And then there's the extension bar. So I thought it was a pretty unique little set. And at $57, I figured some people would be interested. I'm not sure how many people are going to be interested at $68, especially Vega's not a brand that I know or have experience with. If you guys have heard of them or have experience with them, please let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments, or if you guys have came across this, what your thoughts are on it. But I thought it was a pretty interesting little set and figured I would mention it, and we will see kind of where the pricing goes. I'll keep my eye on this if this is something that you guys think you would be interested in, and if we can find it at a better price, then I'll make sure to mention it in the future. Here we're looking at an accessory from Railer. Railer is a brand that I've mentioned in the past. They sell little bit sets in nice little rubberized bit organizers that like clip onto tool bags or your belt or whatever it may be. They're great little bit organizers and bits. They've held up really well for me, and I've mentioned them a couple times in the past. And they just recently, not too long ago, released these accessory organizers. They're EVA foam trays with just little organized sections for parts, all that miscellaneous stuff that you may have in one drawer that's just kind of thrown in there and maybe possibly partially organized or attempted to be organized. I have a drawer like that, and I'm OCD, and that drives me crazy. And I've even bought like little mesh wire organizers and various different organizers to try and, clean that up. And I actually like this. I know EVA foam is a very subjective organizer. Some people love them, some people don't. It all depends on what you're using them for. You might not like the style that tools come in because sometimes they take up too much space. Some brands do a really bad job with them. Some do a really good job of keeping them compact. It's all personal preference, but I think this organizer can be really handy for a lot of people, because all of those bits you got laying around, maybe you got some back probing pieces laying around, some batteries, pens, pencils, markers, picks, small things, that you just tend to roll around in a drawer. The other thing is that this size has a little bit organizer up here. So if you do have those, you don't have to toss it into one of the small trays. You can just use that section there, and it can be removed if you don't want to use that. You don't have bits you need to organize. You can remove that and just put whatever you want inside of that area. There you can see the dimensions of this specific organizer. They do have these organizers available in a few different sizes and color options. So it is a low profile, fits most drawers. It's chemical resistant, lightweight, durable construction. I mean, I guess you could use it to organize a drawer like that if that's what your drawers. When I see these organizers, I think of all the small miscellaneous stuff. I'm not going to use this to organize my screwdrivers or pliers. If that's what you want to use it for, that by all means. I just figured it was a better organizer for all those smaller miscellaneous stuff, like, what you see in this, drill bits, maybe some small fasteners, electrical connectors, some of those things, Allen keys, not so much actual hand tools. Here you can see it's available in multiple different sizes and color options. So 4 colors, black, red, green, and orange, and then 3 different sizes, a medium without the bit organizer storage, a medium with the bit organizer storage, and they're large. So I know, once again, this is going to be personal preference on what kind of way you like to organize or how you feel about EVA foam, but I thought it was a good one. It is a newer product from them, so this is at $28 for the large one. The medium one with the bit holder is at $20, and it looks like the medium without the bit holder is at $20 as well. Next up, we are looking at the Tsunoda MRN 100 pliers set. This is a long nose plier and a plastic cutter. This 2-piece set, both of them are 4-inch. Tsunoda has some amazing pliers, made in Japan, really good quality stuff. The pairs that I have been high quality and have held up really well. I really enjoy Japan-made tools. I think they do a fantastic job. There you can see it does state made in Japan. Typically, Japan tools have a very clean finish, very high quality control, and Tsunoda seems to do a really good job of that. Here's a little bit better image. So there are fine teeth in there, which you definitely can't tell from that photo. It's almost like we're looking at 2 different pairs. Here you can see they're using it for model, assembly or removal of parts, but these are also fantastic for zip ties. And I think for the 2 pair at $21.78, I think that's a good deal. They're both spring-loaded. They have 4.5 stars at 16 ratings. I think it's just a nice little combo set, and you can't go wrong with Tsunoda. My next item up was supposed to be this Milwaukee 1/4-inch drive socket set that they had on sale, but that obviously sold out extremely quickly. So we will move on to another deal I found in its place, but they do have this set available as an alternative at $72, but that is just the metric set. And this is metric and SAE, and it was actually a pretty dang good deal. It has 4.8 stars at 526 ratings, but unfortunately it sold out quite quickly. I try and find Milwaukee products, hand tools, whenever I can find them on sale, because I feel like a lot of Milwaukee products, their hand tools are overpriced for what they are. So when you can find them on sale, that's when they're really a good purchase. So let's go ahead and look at a different item instead. So instead, we are looking at the Wen benchtop belt and disc sander. This has got the 4x36-inch belt and a 6-inch disc. It is a cast iron base, so it should stay in place pretty well. It is mountable or permanently mountable. You can also get stands for a lot of these different ones. And Wen is a brand that I've grown to really enjoy as a weekend warrior DIYer or maybe a hobbyist. I wouldn't say Wen, a lot of their stuff isn't going to be great for like the professionals, people that are going to be using this literally every day for multiple hours a day. Probably go, higher end. But Wen has a lot of those tools that are going to be great for those that don't want to break the bank but want to have that tool on hand for things that they may do a few times a month or a few times a year, and no need to go out and buy a $300 one of these. A lot of the Wen stuff actually holds up very, very well for that amount of work that a standard or average DIYer weekend warrior would use it for. I use their rotary tool had it for about 8 years now, used it probably a couple thousand times, and it's going like a champ. I paid $28 for it or something ridiculous. I've looked at their benchtop grinders, their drill presses, a lot of their sanders, and they just have a lot of really reliable stuff for its price range and quality range. I don't want somebody to get on here, you know, that does woodwork or metal work every single day and, you know, expect this to hold up. No, it's not that. That's not where these shine. But I do like its design. There are many others with the same design. Wen is just one that I have good experiences with, and I enjoy their pricing. This has a list price of $135. It's at $100. It's got 4.6 stars at 6,453 ratings, so it's rated very highly and rated a lot. And a sander like this can just be so convenient to have on hand. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. Once again, all of these items will have their own independent link down in the description. If that Milwaukee one has reappeared or resupplied on Amazon by the time that I get this video edited, then I'll make sure to include it down in the description as well as those 2 additional links that'll take you to a long list of tools that I've went over in the past. But other than that, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to smash that thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.